All right, everybody, it is 6:30 in the morning. I'm up in the national park. Got up super early to come up here. Gonna try to fish for a few hours, and then I got to be back home to go away for a day or two. But I'm walking up a trail right now that leads to a tributary stream for one of the larger streams in the park. A new stream to me again. I've never been here before. I'm gonna see what I can get into here. I heard there's some pretty good rainbows in here, so hopefully we can pull a few out on camera. But stick around. I'm gonna walk for a little while longer, and then we're gonna hit the water and start fishing. All right, so I've been walking for quite a ways, trying to let it get a little more light for the camera before I really start fishing too hard. Come across this really good looking spot, so we're gonna stop here and we're gonna try it. I could actually just see one chasing my dropper that I've got hanging below my dry fly. It swam up to it and then refused it. I don't know if I need to change flies or just keep trying this one for a little while, but we'll see. Okay, so I changed dropper flies. After I saw that fish swim up to my dropper and refuse it, it kind of led me to believe that I needed to try something else. Have a fish. We took the dropper. Pretty nice little rainbow. Pretty little fish. Oh, there he goes. Quick release. There's another one. Laying right on the back side of that rock. So it seems that changing the dropper fly was the ticket. I was getting a strike or two on the dropper that I did have on, but when I saw that fish refuse it in that last pull, well then I thought that maybe I needed to go to something smaller. So I'm gonna show you my setup here. For a dry fly, got this nice big foam dry fly here. Got some rubber legs on it. Just something that floats really good, something that can hold up a good dropper. And below that, I have a small pheasant tail with a little bit of yellow on it. Little tungsten bead to get it down. So far, every fish has been on the dropper. Okay, so far, nothing with any major size to it. Just your typical little wild trout that you find up here in the park. I do know that this stream is known for its larger rainbows sometimes. But as long as I'm catching fish, I'm not complaining. I'm having a ball this morning, exploring new territory, new water. So we still got some fishing left to do this morning. So let's find us another spot and get back in the water. So I want to take a minute and show you the gear that I'm using this morning. I have some shorter 3-weight rods that I typically like to bring on these small streams up in the park, but not really knowing what I was getting into this morning as far as stream size and the size of the flies that I was going to be throwing, I opted to bring my 9-foot 4-weight Orvis Recon with the Orvis Bat and Kill 2 reel. It's just a really nice all-around setup. It's long enough that I can nymph with it if I need to. I can throw dries, I can throw larger foam size dry dropper setups with tungsten droppers, such as that. I already showed you all the flies that I was using. But it's still light enough weight that these small wild fish are still a blast to catch on it. It's just a really nice all-around setup. If you want a nice Orvis rod, but you don't want to spend $1,000 on an H3 or anything, this Recon is about a mid-priced rod. So it's not cheap, but it's not overly expensive either. But I've had it a few years now, caught quite a few fish on it, and I really like it. Okay, so I stopped at this spot earlier and fished it when it was still pretty dark out. I don't even know if y'all be able to see it on camera or not, but I managed to hook into one or two on the dropper that I did have on earlier, and I ended up losing them. So I'm hoping now they've had plenty of time to just kind of chill out and reset, and especially throwing this different dropper in here now, maybe I can get them to bite again. So let's throw in here and see what we can do. Just do a little roll cast in here. There's one. Not a bad little fish. You always want to wet your hands before handling these little fish. It helps to preserve the slime on them. Come here, little guy. Oh, he come up and hit the dry. Had him on for a second, he came off. That's the first fish that I've hooked on the dry this morning. Had one hit it earlier this morning, but he missed the fly. But that one actually got hooked for a second. I doubt he'll hit again, but maybe there's another one in there. Thought that was a fish. I was actually hung up on the bottom. There's one. Alright, let's see if there's anything on the back side of this rock. Had one come up and hit the dry there. Missed him. Looked like a pretty nice little fish. See if he'll hit again. Oh, that was one. He took the dropper and I missed him. There's a pretty good fish. Well, he's about the same size as the others. I thought he felt like he was a little bigger than that. It's okay though. These little wild fish are so fun to catch. I enjoy it. Got my dry fly treated with more floating here. Let's see if we can catch another one. There's one on the dry. Man, he come up and he hammered that fly. Hammered it. That was fun. Just a really pretty rainbow. It's got some nice colors, some nice spots on him. Let's get him turned back. There's a little guy on the dry. Lord, I don't see how he got that in his mouth. Another pretty little rainbow. Okay, so we are walking back towards the truck. It's been a really good morning fishing this stream. I've really enjoyed it. Just a really cool stream to fish. Big boulders, huge plunge pools, deep runs. It's a perfect place for these little wild fish to hang out. Caught quite a few on camera, caught quite a few off camera. There was actually a couple of times that I thought I was recording whenever I caught some, and I would check and my GoPro battery had died. But stuff like that's hard to keep up with when you're catching fish. But for now, I got to get out of here. I got to go home, finish packing for my trip. So hopefully whenever I get back, I can start getting some more videos out. Thanks for watching.